Good morning, people. It is Thursday, June 24th, 2021. Perfect Storm Trading here. Stop by our website, perfectstormtrading.com. You can get more information on our book. If you go to the home page, you can click on the Buy Now button. That will take you to cosmoeconomics.com, Sacred Science site. You can get more information on our book there. You can also get more information on our website by clicking on the book link on the top, and that will take you to our informational page that gives you a rundown on all the tools in the book and everything that encompasses. So please stop in there for a look at how these tools work. Excuse me. Today's video is important. I'm going to recap the roadmap for the intraday activity that we laid out on the ES yesterday. It's an important video because it shows how we utilize all the tools together, and that's where the power is with this. So let's move over to the chart and we'll pick it up from there. So here we are on the ES 3-minute chart. I have a 3-minute chart set up with Heikin-Ashi bars. And just to give you a quick review, I took these three pivots from the prior overnight and I put these vertical lines, arrows, and these ellipses on. So I took these three pivots and projected them forward either once or twice, depending on if they hit in the daytime action there. So off the first pivot here, we got two projections that I connected with the red trend line, projected to here and then to here. The second pivot, there were also two projections. We projected out to here at the 718 and then all the way to the end of the day at the 1554 time. The final pivot, we got one projection, purple and blue, out to here at about 945 area right after the open. So then we also had our regular PH pivots. I then took the important points from the Vedic timing windows, overlaid those. We had one key Astro Excel pivot point in the afternoon at about 2:43. Then I overlaid the Cosmodyne primary line, not the inversion line. I just marked that out here with this red trend line starting at about 6:33 a.m. Marked out the major pivots here. That's that up and down zigzag to show where the major turning points would be on the Cosmodyne chart. So we integrate that together, look for overlap or confluence, and that sets up potential trade triggers. So yesterday we had 14 potential trade triggers, which is a lot. We usually don't have that many, but I'm going to go through them one by one so you can see the result of how these tools work when you use them in tandem with each other. Okay, so I've identified the 14 potential trade setups here with the number 1 through 14. So here the first setup was this PH time right here. That particular trade moved 7 points. Typically the best way to handle this is get a reversal bar at or just before or after the PH time. So you can see 2 bars later we got the red reversal Heikin-Ashi bar to trigger the short. Trade 2 was on this blue line right here, 4:24 a.m. That one, or sorry, that was actually the 5:30 a.m. That didn't go far. That only went about 2.5 points that we could have got out of there. Number 3 was a short triggered 1 bar before the setup. That move went down about 8 points total. In the middle of that move, we had another PH time here, trade number 4. That happened to be the midpoint continuation into a reversal trade. So what happens there, sometimes we get these PH times, they show up in the middle of a swing. If you don't get a reversal bar within 1 or 2 bars of the designated PH time, that swing is going to continue The move continues for the same amount that came in to the time point, will continue on and complete that move in the same amount of swing amplitude. But what that does, that tells you at that point the market's going to reverse pivot. You can take the reversal bar, which would have been right here, and that gets you into this long. Trade number 5 was a Cosmodyne trade. We had an inversion here. We were trading up into the downward Cosmodyne. What happened? The market energy stopped, flattened out, and then you triggered into a short on the red bar here. It took a long time to materialize, but you did get a move after that. Once we got to the open, we got a lot of volatility right here, and we did have this projected trigger, but when we're in this area about 9:42, the first 15-20 minutes of the open, when it gets volatile like this and you get all these wicks up and down, I do not like to take a trade in that mess. So to me, that was a pass. Number 7 up here, we've got the Cosmodyne turn and the pH within 4 bars of each other. On this particular trade, the market respected the pH time, and we got the reversal bar right after that. 1 bar after that triggered into a nice short. Trade number 8 was this Cosmodyne turn right here. This low was this low in the market that triggered into a long that didn't go too far, but you were able to squeeze a couple out of there. That was number 8, the Cosmodyne turn, which I put the notation down here in the red trend line up to the low. Number 9 was this pH turn. That triggered a short right before the time came in, and that was a decent trade down. Number 10, we had a Cosmodyne pivot here on a breakout. What happened? The market made this low and then was flatlining into this time point. What happened? We didn't really have a swing direction, so in a case like that where you're getting this little consolidation area, if you want to, you can take the breakout trade. So we had a decent breakout trade to the upside. Again, not too far, 2.5 points on that one, but you had plenty of time to get out of that as the market hit a brick wall at that series of highs right here at the 42.41 level. And then trade number 11 was this pH time and ended up being another small midpoint, so that really didn't get a trigger at all in there. But what it did, it told us where the low is going to come in for trade 12, which was the Astro Excel Cosmodyne confluence area here. So we got a long triggered here right behind that window, and that gave us a long into the pH time. The market reversed out of the pH and at 0.13 here, and then went down to 0.14, which was another pH indicator at the end of the Vedic time window where we expect highs or lows. So we actually got both. We got a new high at 0.13 and we got a new low at 0.14, and that low has held overnight, and that was the most recent low in the market. So that's kind of an important point. Showed a lot of trades and how these tools work. These tools all plot in advance. This is knowable the day before. I mapped this out the day before, made the roadmap, sets your trading up, makes it easy to trade. You know what and when to anticipate this action. Plenty of good trades in here. Could have made good money there had you had these tools. Check out Perfect Storm Trading. Check out our site. Go back to Cosmo Economics. Get some more information there. Please subscribe to and like our YouTube page. See us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again with a video Friday.